Hi, my name is Yasmin George, and today we're going to be talking about edTPA and what I learned, my main takeaways from edTPA. So my first one for task 1 is that we can't use the lesson plan format that we've been given all of these years. The maximum amount of pages we can use are 4, and the lesson plan that we're given has 4 or 5 pages in it before you even put your lesson plan in there. So it would be far too big, and so I have to move away from getting so comfortable with the edTPA lesson plan. I have to explore new ways of lesson planning. For task 2, there's a lot of technical things that go into it that I didn't really think about. For example, consent forms. I didn't think that we needed consent forms if we're going to send our video to the licensure program or people, however you say it. I thought that it would be okay, but I guess not. And it is very important to get them because you have to blur out the faces of children that do not have consent forms, and that is hard and it takes a lot of technical work. I didn't think about who's going to hold my camera or having a backup or where I was going to position my camera. And I didn't think about training my students either and practicing with them and getting them comfortable in front of the camera. Recently in the program, I've noticed we've had to record ourselves a lot more, so I feel like I'm going to be a little bit more comfortable in front of a camera, but my students won't, and I have to train them and get them comfortable. And for task 3, student feedback, in field experience, I learned that it is very hard to give student feedback or positive student feedback, I should say constructive, without giving the answers away. I was grading a paper that they just had to read word problems and make simple math problems like 21 or subtraction problems like 21 minus 14. And it was very hard to say in a very constructive manner to choose the right signs or to just change anything, because it's like if you give them a little bit of advice, then you're kind of giving them the answer. So I have to learn how to gauge a little bit better. Also about task 3, I learned that you have to identify the trends of student work. I didn't think that we had to do that. I thought that it was more of just showing them what student 1, 2, 3 did and not really connecting it to your classroom. So I have to keep that in mind as well now. So I hope that you take away something from this video, and happy edTPA.